Hey there, this video is an update of what's going on in my planet here and what's going on with the truck. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, as they say. How's it going? Been a while since I've been on here. It's end of June and I'm in Idaho Falls. Been back to Scotland with my daughter and back here, and I'll give you a wee update of what's going on with us. To be honest with you, I've been flat out. We set up that new company to do the over the road stuff. It's worked out quite well. What we got on that, I've got 3 on there and 1 in the workshop down in Mississippi, the purple one that we've had a while ago. Wes has got 3 on there, Tommy's got 1 on there, and Houston's got 1 on there. So we've got 8 with a 9th one, the one that I've got that needs to come on. We've got 2 in the oil field. They're doing alright. It seems to be working out pretty good down there again. Paul that works for us, that drove for us all the way in the back in the beginning. Him and Wes were the first 2 that come on with us as drivers. Paul's buying his first truck. He's put a deposit on it and it's going to be leased on, so I don't know. That'll be, once the purple one comes out of the workshop, that'll give us 8, 9, that'll be 10 over the road and 2 in the oil field. And then the little green one, Freightliner, it's over here, and my yellow one, so that would take us to 14, wasn't it? 10, 12, 14, aye. So that's the plan for that. Wes is looking to get something else. We're quite fortunate that we've got some decent rates. I know a lot of people out there are struggling everywhere you go now. So anyway, going back to on that, what I said about the new company, we decided to switch factory companies, keep the same one, and I'll probably get sued on this saying it, but I've never come across a dirtier bunch of people than the factory company that we were originally with. I'm not going to say who they were, but they started out in Idaho here at one stage, and I might say who they are, but I'll tell you what, they are despicable human beings. That's all I'm going to say. We switched over to a new one and that went live today, so we've had to go 3 weeks with no revenue coming in, and when you're running 10 trucks, that is just as absolutely horrific, painful. So but that's what's going on with that. It's working out well. The over the road stuff's doing fine. The flatbed we're finding is quite good. Justin's doing it for us and loving it. If I was to go back to driving again myself, looking after my daughter all the time at the minute, but if I was ever to get this yellow one back in the road and drive it myself from time to time, I would think that I would want to do the flatbedding, because it seems to be more lucrative at the minute. No fun when you're having to roll up tarps in the wind and all that good stuff, but Justin's loving it. He is just doing well. He's losing his belly a bit and getting into shape and getting a bit of exercise every other day. He's throwing tarps on or off, or straps on or off, instead of sitting there in our cab waiting for somebody else to unload the reefer. What else we got going on? Oil field's good. The well finished yesterday, another one starting tomorrow, so it's good to get the day in the middle here where they could get the trucks cleaned up and get new shocks going on to the little white one, and Wes and his dad are on that, and I believe Ryan's coming back out tomorrow as well to jump onto that with us. So maybe when the little green Freightliner here gets put back on the road, we've never really had it on the road, but let me spin this around. Hold on a second. This is the Freightliner here, so I took the wheels, the alloys off of the Pete, you know, the 379 there, and it's got good tyres on it. And this had the scrubby old wheels that are on it up there, you see that? So this one's going to be ready first here. I get in amongst it with the aerosol can, and it was rusted to bits, and you know, get rid of all the crap off the frame and get it all painted up there. It's only 4 tins of black aerosol, you know, but makes it look a fair bit fresher, you know. So they're going to polish these alloys on the 31st of July, and these hangers here and this one box and the tanks. Let's see if I can pop this hood out here, see where we'll go to with it on the rebuild. Just bear with, Justin's desperate to get this. I need to get a new grill there. So here we are. It's well on its way. You know, it's all been rebuilt, put back up. Quite pleased with it, you know. New pistons, liners, new head. The turbo's here for it. A couple of other bits and pieces are here for it. We're waiting for a rocker shaft. The one that was on it was worn out. So I put these alloys on here thinking that I would get some for this yellow truck. Take the inside ones that are on the yellow truck and send them away, because people put steels on the inside all the time. So that was kind of my thinking, that I would put the inside alloys, I've sent them away to be machined and polished, so hopefully get that done. But all this rusty crap here, I need to get that. I'll probably sandblast that this week, and you know, these wee blisters here, you know, get that knocked off and get it painted up. I don't know if you remember, but this was all inside here. I threw the bed away and trying to get a new bed. I'm hoping to get this done within the next 3 or 4 weeks. The seats are out of it, carpet's out of it, and the engine's out of it. It looks terrible, but over here in the corner we have the donor vehicle, so it should be quite a reasonably cheap fix. I've sent the hood away. There's some damage to the hood, see the old one that went fire, so that's got the cat, the big horse cat in there, ready to be pulled out and thrown into the yellow truck. So that should just mainly be labour and a couple of conversion parts. It's been changed over from a Cummins into a Cat, so different radiator, different hose connections. So not a bad night out here, is it? Yeah, not bad at all. Anyway, that's what's going on. I'll spring this round a second, hold on. So that's what's happening with the trucks. Once this little green Freightliner comes on, we'll put Justin into that. He's desperate to get into it because it's got no DEF or emissions stuff on it. So it'll be 550 horses, and it's a light truck, and it'll be great for flatbedding, you know. So we need to get a headache rack on it. And then that'll leave my little red Volvo without a driver. So if we can shove that down to the oil field, maybe have 3 down there and put this on its place. Could probably use a couple of drivers at the minute. Wes is looking for another truck. Houston's looking for another truck. It's a good time to be doing it. You know, there's never, when is the best time to go into trucking? When the equipment's expensive and the rates are high, or when the rates are low and the equipment's going to be cheap. The trick is not to jump at the wrong time, I think, at the minute, and just watch the market and see what's going on. But that's pretty much what's happening here at the minute. Try to get back home to Scotland here. A few things I need to take care of there and get done. There's my granddaughters in Scotland are supposed to, well, they are coming over here in July, and they went into that yellow truck, so I want to get that finished so that they can get into that beast and go for a ride in it with a load or something like that. So plus there's some things that I'm missing, some concerts that I'd like to have seen this summer in Scotland, and be good to get back and spend some time with my wife. Little Caffey's doing alright. These are, make no bones about it, these are not easy times in the trucking game. If you're an idiot, which I usually am, you get into trouble very quickly and lose your shirt. But we've changed factor companies, and that saves us yeah, I'll bet you about 5.5, 6 grand a month in factoring fees. You know, doing the best we can to, you know, keep decent rates in the loads, and no get, you know, we're running a little bit different lanes. You know, the stuff that we were doing, it's not as, some of it's not as lucrative, some of it still is. But obviously with the price of fuel being, it's over $6 a gallon pretty much everywhere you turn around now, so I think our fuel bill this week was $31,000 or $32,000 for a freaking week's worth of fuel. You know, that's just 30, just over 32. That's horrible. You know, it's just, for us, you know, it's just daft, absolutely insanity. So it's no time to be taking your eye off the ball and making videos, really. Sorry to say that, but every Jeff's running the office up there with the dispatch, and Tommy's got an office down in Provo, and he's doing all the admin and all the legal stuff down there, and all our spreadsheets and get software and all that stuff. And big daft Tam here, he just makes sure the trucks run and helps people get trucks added on. So that's kind of my role in the whole thing, and keep an eye on the oil field. West runs that for us down there, so he's a good lad. But got good men, good drivers that have stuck with us, and we'll stick with them, and then they'll stick with us and we'll stick with them. And it's I hate to say this thing about the, you know, we have a family of drivers, but you know, some of the guys that work for me are just as close as family, you know, good people, and it's good to take care of them and try to keep everything running just the way that it should be. So I'm going to go get myself a great big ice cold drink and pour it down my neck, because I've got a throat like I better not say it, but there you go. Hey, here's a joke for you. What do you call a rabbit with fleas? Nah, Bugs Bunny. Alright, if you like the channel, subscribe. If you don't, that's alright. Thanks for watching. See you later. Sorry it's been so long.